A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Sunshine Reports and Osrc Television. I am Obi Chukwemeka Uti. 7 months into the implementation of the Orange Health Insurance Scheme Oranges in Ondo State, about 20% of the enrollees across the state are currently accessing the facility. Osrc's Omoriola Ugbenji takes a look at the Oranges service at some hospitals in Akure, the Ondo State capital, and government's effort to ensure that beneficiaries access quality healthcare. The report.
One of the redeemed agenda of the present administration in Ondo State, led by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, is quality and affordable healthcare services. As part of efforts to fulfill this promise, the state government initiated the Orange Health Insurance Scheme, Oranges, among other health plans tailored towards providing qualitative healthcare to residents of the state. Oranges, which was inaugurated September last year, is targeted at civil servants and political office holders, with the state government paying a premium of 60%, while enrollees pay 40%. This service, which covers medical services, surgical and pediatric services, obstetrics and gynecology, dental and eye services, alongside some rehabilitation services, are rendered without extra charges from enrollees, except in rare cases. The services began operation in December 2022. 95,791 public servants are currently accessing this facility, with over 35,000 of them being principal officers, while the rest are dependents. 56 hospitals across the state were engaged for the program. 9 are private hospitals, others government-owned, including 2 comprehensive health centers in each of the 18 local government areas to serve rural dwellers. These facilities include University of Medical Teaching Hospital, Akure Annex, Nigerian Police Medical Service, Police Hospital, Akure, Sky Hospital, and many others.
So far, I can't say we have. Though it's actually a learning phase. Yeah, people are adapting to the scheme. We are also adjusting to provide care for them adequately.
We have over 5,000 enrollees. So far, we have over 900 or more that has been coming ever since the scheme started. We don't charge for any of the services. Everything is free.
So far, so good. The turnout from enrollees, and many of them didn't believe it can work. You know, they just felt it's one of those means by which governments embezzle people's money, take monies from their salaries, and they don't see anything to show for it.
Enquiries on insinuations that the service is acting contrary to its objectives made Osrc speak to some beneficiaries of the scheme.
It's not up to 2 weeks now. My baby was on admission for 6 days. In fact, they really attend to me. Everything I need, they will give it to me. So for that 6 days, everything is okay. And they take care of my baby very well, to my own standard.
No, they not collect anything. They not wrote anything to go and buy a drug outside. No, they just give me. They don't give me the. They go and collect code to go to pharmacy. Then they give me the drugs free.
Last month when I had malaria, so I do came here and they always take care of me. Even yesterday, I also brought my daughter here for treatment when she has malaria from school.
Mr. Victor Amoko is the chairman, Nigeria Labour Congress Ondo State Chapter, and he hailed the Oranges initiative, encouraged public servants to notify the union of any contract breach.
Since we have came, they should not look at it as if we are going back. Let all of us put our hands on deck to improve on it. So if you have shortcomings, let us know. Tell us the actual fact. Don't miss words. Because some people, they usually gain saying, I got there. Everybody shame me. Of course. I regretted going there. No. That's not the you. There is room for improvements.
Director General, Ondo State Health Contributory Scheme, Dr. Abiodun Oyenenyi, maintained that all health service point activities are being monitored by the agency to ensure enrollees are well attended to.
We started, some people will say, no, you need to pay 10%. So we communicated with the hospitals that our own enrollees, we've trained them and we've taught them. they don't make any payment for covered services. If the services are covered, of course, not all services are covered, but our services are very robust, and you don't pay a dime for covers. You don't even pay for card. Everything is already paid for. So we just encourage people to be patient. We are ensuring now to make sure that we have drop-down banners in all the facilities to detail out what you are entitled to. Even if you can't remember, you can see it in front of you at the front desk there. We also encourage our TPAs to have stickers of customer care lines, that if people get to the hospital and they have a challenge, they can call those numbers and they can attend to them.
They assured enrollees that the agency is working in collaboration with drug management agencies to ensure that medications are available in all the facilities. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
The maiden lecture of Faculty of Agriculture at Adekunle Ajasin University has been held in the Citadel of Learning in Akungba Akoko. The lecture, titled Sustainable Agricultural Transformation in the Face of Emerging Technology and Global Insecurity, is aimed at boosting agriculture and food security in the state and Nigeria at large. Joy Pius reports that the Senior Special Assistant to Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu on Agric and Agribusiness, Akin Olotu, was among recipients of series of awards for their contributions to the development of agriculture in the state.
The inaugural lecture of the Faculty of Agriculture at Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, was attended by stakeholders and major players in the agricultural sector in Ondo State, as well as students of the faculty. In their welcome addresses, the chairman of the Faculty Lecture Committee, Professor Francis Bore, and the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Olubunmi Agbaje, stressed the importance of agriculture to the development of any country, adding that the inaugural lecture is aimed at presenting practical approach for the development of agriculture in the state.
This lecture is designed to evaluate Nigeria's quest to achieve food security through emerging technology against the backdrop of national insecurity. This is an initiative of the faculty to provide a veritable platform for players and stakeholders to galvanize forces and speak and interrogate ideas on burning issues.
When you deploy violence, rancor, caucusing, nepotism, party spirit in any organization, you will not get anywhere. In fact, Boko Haram philosophy does not fit into any educational institution. If we need to advance in life, if we need to advance in science, if we need to advance humanity, we need to be fair to all.
In his opening remarks, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Olugbenga Ige, represented by the Dean, Postgraduate School, Professor Benson Akinowonu, said the Citadel of Learning is ranked best in the country and will continue to sustain the position.
The kind of arrangement that the Faculty of Agri has put together today is part of, the effort by the university to impart knowledge, to listen to others, to cross-fertilize ideas.
Speaking on the theme of the program, Sustainable Agricultural Transformation in the Face of Emerging Technology and Global Insecurity, the guest lecturer, Professor Taiwo Amos from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, advocated the use of technology to drive agricultural development in the face of insecurity.
We must transform agriculture from the rudimentary stage to a level where technology is the driving force.
The Senior Special Assistant to Governor Akeredolu on Agric and Agribusiness, Mr. Akin Olotu, was presented an award as Pillar of Agriculture and Agribusiness, while two others were conferred with the faculty's Quality Service Awards for their contributions to the sustainable food security in the state.
Let me start by saying the award is dedicated to the governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, who found me worthy of being given this assignment in the state. Definitely, the award, I see it as a call to service.
The Faculty of Agriculture AAUA was established 10 years ago and has since proved its mettle in churning out graduates equipped with agricultural knowledge that could impact the state and the nation. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
This month's sanitation exercise holds in Ondo State tomorrow. A statement by the General Manager, Ondo State Waste Management Authority, Mr. Adefola Mowole, said there will be restriction of human and vehicular movement between the hours of 7 and 10 in the morning. The statement, however, noted that in observance of the World Olympics Day run of the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, the sanitation exercise will not impede the movement of those participating. The General Manager, Mowole, who employed residents of the state to actively participate in the sanitation exercise, said the authority is doing all it can to ensure Ondo State is hygienically safe for them. Away from that, President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria is ready for business, urging foreign investors to take advantage of the opportunities and ongoing reforms in the country. The president told investors in Paris, France, that ongoing reforms, including the removal of fuel subsidy and unification of exchange rates, will be sustained for a more competitive economy that attracts foreign direct investment FDIs. The president, while receiving president and chairman of the board of directors of African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, Professor Benedict Orama, and president of European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, EBRD, Odile Ronald Basso, in separate meetings on the sidelines of the Summit for New Global Financing Pact, assured the delegation of Afrexim Bank executives that the federal government will continue to stimulate the economy with policies that support investments in areas of Nigeria's competitive advantage. The president of Afrexim Bank commended Tinubu for the steps in removing the fuel subsidy and unification of the exchange rate, assuring the Nigerian leader of the full support of the financial and development institution under ongoing reforms. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it will hold post-elections review for the just concluded 2023 polls from July 4 to August 5, 2023. The Commission spokesman, Festus Okoye, said the review will commence with a meeting of the resident Electoral Commissioner Rex and end with the Commission's retreat. According to the electoral umpire, the review will focus on all aspects of the electoral activities before, during, and after the elections. INEC said it will review the lessons from the general elections and chart a way forward, adding that the review will involve the Commission's officials at national and state levels, as well as stakeholders with a view to learning lessons and charting the way forward. INEC stated at state level that the internal review will involve the Commission's regular and ad hoc staff, including RECs, the 774 electoral officers, heads of departments, administrative secretaries, as well as some presiding officers and collation returning officers. INEC added that the external engagement will involve critical stakeholders such as political parties, security agencies, election observers, the media, and service providers such as transporters that facilitated the movement of personnel and materials for the election. The Department of State Services, DSS, has called for vigilance ahead of the Eid al-Kabir celebrations, saying that reports indicated plans to attack worship and recreational centers before, during the activities. The statement by its spokesman, Peter Afunaya, also advised operators and patrons of public places, including markets and malls, to be watchful and report any suspicious movement and persons to the relevant security agencies. The service said it will continue to partner with sister agencies for necessary proactive drills to frustrate criminals and their activities. Moving now to sports, the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, Ibrahim Gusau, says the football house will seek the opinion of soccer loving Nigerians before deciding the fate of Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro. Jose Peseiro's contract will expire at the end of this month. Gusau hinted that the NFF has not made any decision on Peseiro's future and will be seeking public opinion to take the next step. There are reports that the NFF will request Peseiro to take a pay cut to remain in charge of the Super Eagles. And with that sports story, we'll conclude Sunshine Reports. Thank you for your time. Good afternoon.
Thank you.